To Indianapolis, to the heart of the civil rights movement in Selma, Alabama. President Obama joined thousands in crossing the bridge that changed the course of American history. TV 1055's Don Champion has more.
50 years later, on the same Selma, Alabama bridge where Bloody Sunday happened, the country's first black president led a march to mark the anniversary.
We honor those who walked so we could run.
President Obama helped lead a ceremony marking the dark day in American history. What was supposed to be a nonviolent march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge for the voting rights of black people turned into bloodshed. Televised around the world, marchers were badly beaten by state troopers.
We gather here to honor the courage of ordinary Americans willing to endure billy clubs and the chastening rod, tear gas and the trampling hoof. Men and women who, despite the gush of blood and splintered bone, would stay true to their North Star and keep marching towards justice.
The day of violence in Selma eventually led to the passage of the Voting Rights Act in 1965. Congressman John Lewis was nearly killed by troopers during the march. He returned to the bridge Saturday with a message of unity.
We are one people, one family, the human family. We all live in the same house.
Here in New York City, more than 1,000 people marked the anniversary by taking part in a symbolic march of solidarity across the Brooklyn Bridge. Many, like former Mayor David Dinkins, say it was about educating younger generations.
There are young people today who have a total unawareness of what it was like then.
A lot of them are not in tune with what's going on today. Especially, they don't really teach a lot of history in public schools.
Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams led the march, which ended at Borough Hall. He says the fight that took place in Selma 50 years ago has now evolved into fights for equality in things like housing and education.
All Americans should find their Pettus Bridge and march over it and find the life that they want in America, the right to pursue happiness and freedom.
To deny this progress, this hard-won progress, our progress, would be to rob us of our own agency, our own capacity.
After the walk across the bridge, the first family then visited the National Voting Rights Museum. It's estimated about 40,000 people were on hand for the event. Don Champion, TV 1055.